Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you guys are doing fine. I hope everyone is good. I haven't come on here in some days because I have a really bad flu, cold, or whatever it is. And so I almost didn't make it today, but I still had to come on to talk about, an update that could benefit somebody, some immigrant here in the US. So guys, join in the live video. We won't be here for long. So please join in when you come. I hope your Friday is going well. Welcome, welcome. Drop me your comments. I'll be reading them. Okay, so let's get started. Right here. Yeah, if you, I'm eating some lozenges to help my the clogged, my sore throat or whatever it is, and my blocked nose. So bear with me. So we're just going to talk very briefly about the guidance that United States Citizenship and Immigration Services issued some days ago. Guys, please drop me your comments. Let me see that you're watching. Okay, so essentially USCIS saying that if you're a healthcare worker, they now want to expedite your work authorization for you because of course the COVID is back full swing, the Omicron, everybody's falling sick. It's just raging through the atmosphere like a wildfire, just moving from person to person. So they need a lot of healthcare workers. um Interesting enough, I think a couple of weeks ago I was looking for we've been looking for some test centers for COVID, even some of the um test kits, and there are none. They don't even have enough people and enough resources to actually test the people within the community. So it's very concerning. And guys, let me know if you can hear me. Please drop me a comment, let me know if you can hear me. I feel like you guys can't hear me too well, but the quarantine, the number of days you quarantine was 10 days. So already there's just a shortage because the healthcare workers were falling sick, and some of them are being delayed because they don't even have work authorization. They filed renewals and they're just clogged. The system is just clogged, and so they're not getting approvals for their work permit, and they can't go to work. Some of them, okay. So USCI said, okay, they're stepping in, and now they are going to be expediting work authorization, also known as EAD, Employment Authorization Document, for healthcare workers. When we're done looking at it, we're going to go into the definition of who is a healthcare worker. A guidance was released last year, I think in August, to define who falls within the purview of a healthcare worker. That was when they were trying to see who were the essential workers who still had to go to work. So they had to define who a healthcare worker was. So we'll take a look at that. Okay, so essentially, if you're a healthcare worker, you have a pending EAD renewal application. So it's not an initial application, it's a renewal. And your EAD will expire within the next 30 days or less, or it's already expired. Then you can request expedited process. How do you do this? Of course, you need to contact USCIS. You do the call center 800-375-5283, and you should be able to again tell them that provide evidence of the fact that you are actually a healthcare worker. That's why you need your EAD expedited, because otherwise everybody would be calling under the pretext of being a healthcare worker, even when they are a construction worker, just because their their work authorizations have expired and they need it to be processed faster. So you need to call them and be prepared to demonstrate that you have proof that you're actually a healthcare worker. So now let's take a look at who is a healthcare worker. Hold on, guys. Alrighty, let's take a look at who is a healthcare worker. Okay, let me take Kwesi Akrofi says yes, loud and clear. Thank you so much, Kwesi, for confirming. That's good. Thank you for that. Okay, now let me pull up who is a healthcare worker. I have also highlighted the relevant text so that we just zoom into it. Okay, so again, as I said, this was the guidance that was issued. If you're looking for the document, just go to Essential Critical Infrastructure Workforce Guidance. It was issued during the COVID time to show who had to, continue to go to work and not stay at home. Okay, so they defined. Oh my gosh, let me see if I'm still showing up. Okay, perfect. Let me zoom in. Okay, there you go. Okay, so who's a healthcare worker? Healthcare workers, these include the lab personnel, and then these people perform critical, clinical, biomedical, and other research, development, and testing needed for COVID-19 or other diseases. Okay, so they're number one on the list. So all the workers that kind of are in the biomed labs, clinical labs, and they're performing research, development, testing that is needed to help combat COVID-19 or understand it more, even other diseases like heart related diseases or whichever other diseases. Okay. And then healthcare workers also include, but are not limited to physicians, MDD or DPM, dentists, psychologists, mid-level. Oh, psychologists were very needed during the COVID because people were very depressed, so they were essential workers. We won't go through all this list, but of course, pharmacists, respiratory, also, so there's people who work with the lungs, breathing, occupational therapists, assistants, social workers, pathologists, chiropractors, diagnostic and therapeutic technicians, radiology technologists, and the workers required for effective clinical command, infrastructure support service, admin, security, intelligence operations across the direct patient's care and full healthcare and public health spectrum. So this encompasses a wide range of people. So let me just go down a little bit more so you guys can see my screen. Okay, yeah. So we have all the emergency medical service workers, pre-hospital workers. All these people are healthcare workers. Okay, so if you fall within the purview of this definition, certainly go and have your EAD renewal application expedited. Call the number and then get some help with that. Guys, today I have to end the video early, but it's okay. I mean, I just had to come by and let just this update. I did make a post about it on our social media pages, but sometimes the videos are quite helpful because some people may not be interested in reading. So yes, if you are a healthcare worker, due to COVID, you can actually call USCIS to expedite your work authorization renewal that is pending if it's expired or will be expired within the next 30 days or less. Okay. Also, let me just add this. If you also have a request from USCIS like a NOID and an NOIR, notice of intent to revoke, notice of intent to terminate, an RFE, you have an extra 60 days extension from the due date within which to respond. I also made a post about this. I'll make a video about this later and we'll talk about motions, appeals, and whatever. If you have also received a denial, the time for appeal has been extended, all because of COVID. Everybody's struggling to catch up. The COVID is really crazy out here. So guys, protect yourselves. And let me read the comments from my fellow co-counsel, Mami Sewabaya. We're watching and listening, Akua Esquire. Mami Sewabaya is an amazing young lady. She sat beside me in law school. So, yeah, she's an attorney herself. Thank you so much for joining us, Mami Sewa. Okay, so guys, that's it for today. I hope you guys will have a wonderful weekend. Please be safe. Oh gosh, it's really crazy out here, so be safe. Wear your masks if you can. Sanitize and over sanitize. Okay, guys, I'll see you guys next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye bye.